What's up? It's your boy Domuto. We back with another video. Today we're watching Ultra Vegito Socks, the Grand Priest and Zeno by CallMeARJ. And yeah, we're here, man. We're gonna see what this new transformation is about. We're gonna see how strong it is. We're gonna see if he got it like that. We're gonna see. And I can't wait to see it, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it, man.
Story continues with the new true demon Vegito standing in his new.
Shout out to everybody that was in the comments for like the past couple of videos, trying to explain what the two videos I missed. Some people say, some said don't skip it. One person did. You know, it is what it is, right? And we're here now. It is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, I can, you know, I can go back and skim through them all anytime I want to watch it myself. So. But we're gonna get into it.
New form, vicious purple eyes and all, as he smirks, staring deep into Zeno's guard soul, laughing away.
Yes, sir.
You don't know what to say now, do you, God? Keep staring. Maybe then this nightmare will go away. Before then raising both palms to his face, marveling at his new appearance and power, as he continues with a smile, letting out. Amazing! The power of a demon emperor mixed with the strongest Saiyan known to man. Who knew I would come out looking so damn scary?
That shit do look wild.
So, this is what it feels like to be on the other side. Right now, I look even more like a villain than you do, don't I, Z? Before we then get a view of Vegito's backside, which has equally also gone through some changes, as he comments, and would you look at that? My Saiyan tail. It's gone. Replaced with... Before, with a violent crash, true demon Vegito would slam the oversized tail down onto the ground, crumbling the floor itself as he does so. Before looking around to it and saying, My, replaced with a demon's tail, I assume? How unsightly. It reminds me of Frieza's, actually.
Big ass tail.
He is a frost demon after all. But regardless, just like him, something tells me this tail will be a lot more useful than my last one. But standing some ways away, watching everything go down, with not as much of a flinch still, the unimpressed guard would just think internally, the God Killer. I had my suspicions, but it is as Dai had predicted. This Saiyan is no longer mortal. The energy he now possesses, its nature has corrupted.
Yes, sir.
He is
We
no
stay corrupted
longer
out here, cuz.
fit to be in this realm. I shall send him down to the demon. But quickly, as Z calmly tries to plan his next moves, for the first time, the guard is left near perplexed, as he stares straight ahead, as if having seen a ghost, muttering, You... As shockingly, out of nowhere, despite initially being far off in the distance, observing his own tail, true demon Vegito would now appear straight in front of the bemused guard. Shocked at his speed, as Vegito would say, What? Surprised to see me? I thought we were supposed to be Zeno's entertainment. So why does it seem like I'm the one running the show now, huh, Z? Before calming his cocky smirk down and questioning further, I would ask you what you think of my new look, but I don't need to hear the opinion of slaves. Bring me your master now. He's watching closely, right? And the priest? I want to see their faces right now.
Oh shit.
But the annoyed Z would just remain silent, begrudgingly taking in Vegito's insults before letting out, "Unfortunately, as much as I would like to, I cannot grant that wish. But do not worry, everything is being watched closely. I can assure you that Lord Zeno has a keen interest, after all, in the one known as Son Goku." And with a giggle, Vegito would just then reply, "Oh really?"
Oh yeah, he do.
Before then, "Well, Zeno, are you enjoying what you're seeing? Your dear son Goku looks a little different now, and he will not be there to save you once I get my hands on you. You and the Grand Priest have your names written on gravestones, and once I'm done slaughtering your god, I'm coming for you next!"
I'm coming for you, nigga.
Instantly pointing his face to the sky and crazily shouting to thin air, visualizing that indeed the Omni King and Priest could hear him out, as he just patiently waits, looking on disgusted at his opponent.
You done bullshit? I would have told him that.
"I will destroy you!" Laughing like a maniac, as if just having lost his mind, saliva and demonic goo splattering all over, all the while as he does so. But soon, as we look on, the scene would begin zooming out and become grainy in picture. As in a surprise turn, we finally do see Zeno, the second god, and the Daishinkan all looking on at Vegito and Z on a giant screen, just as the god had said. Wow! Son Goku looks so cool! And in typical fashion, the drama intention would be broken as the
Grand Prix, he is killing your kid. You let Zeno just let this happen,
in
bro.
childlike fashion, "He looks so cool now. Wow.
Grand Prix.
His eyes are even purple. My favorite
He let you
color.
do nothing. He out there killing your kids by the
Do you think
dozens,
he's
nigga.
stronger than Z now? I think he is. But in complete contrast to the Omni King's excitable stance, the Grand Priest would look on completely alarmed, as sweat would drip down his face, but perhaps not for the reasons we think, as the Daishinkan would then think to himself, Vegito? What is that he has become? That is no Saiyan. Those horns, those eyes, that is demon incarnate. This game Zeno is playing is going too far. Why is he allowing this? Does he not remember what happened with Lucif? The rules are clear. No demon emperor level creature may be allowed outside of the demon realm. Ever. Z, I know you're under orders to make this battle pleasing to Zeno, but do not let this thing get any stronger. Finish him now before he grows more. As behind the priest, a striking image of a mystery demonic creature roaring viciously into the sky is seen. But almost perfectly, like a trained actor, the priest would then change his expression entirely as he replies to Zeno, saying with a fake smile,
Yeah, that boy, he know Goku getting, Vegito getting closer to him.
You know all too well, the power of the gods is something truly to be reckoned with, and Z is no exception. I'm afraid your little show won't last too much longer.
You hope.
But I do hope you have been adequately entertained so far. Once Z actually begins using his divine powers, our friend Son Goku will be no
Oh, he's not even using
more.
his divine powers. Okay.
But coldly, a
Alright,
strange
what the
and
fuck you on?
out-of-character laugh would then come from the Omni King, as ominously, Zeno would then trudge out. We shall see about that, Dai. I have a feeling my fun is only just starting.
Weird ass.
Huh? Instantly taking the priest off guard, as he now looks to the Omni King, realizing the strange tone and sentence, as he thinks, Zeno? What was that feeling just now? What is he thinking? Before then, an eerie silence would then befall the room, as all three would continue to watch on at Z and Vegito's face-off. And back on the battlefield, the God Killer and Guard would remain standstill. They too not saying a word until... With a now serious and concentrated look, Vegito would target his attention back to Z and say, I believe they've got the message now. So, shall we bring this show to a close now? Safe to say, things will be going a little differently this time. To which Z would just respond unfazed, simply, good. Now finish with your delusional speeches and prove it. I am here for Lord Zeno. But even I have
I
not
am here
got
for Lord Zeno.
But suddenly, Z would then be interrupted as he would quickly look down with shock. What the? As out of nowhere, a clawed hand would burst forth from the ground, grabbing at his ankle. And as he lifts his head up to observe Vegito, what underhanded moves? Is this truly how you... But that too would be cut short with confusion, as suddenly Vegito would appear even closer to Z, now almost face to face with the guard, with both his arms behind him, just muttering, You should have never looked down, Z. Didn't Daddy Zeno ever teach you? To keep your eyes on the prize, slave!
Ooh, he calling you a
As
slave.
with a positively crazed and demonic scream, Vegito would yell out in manic while his arms bulge from behind. And with an intense, undetectable speed, the God Killer would then slam his left fist straight onto the cheek of the grabbed into place guard. This time, and for the first time, sending Z flying off, just as the guard had done to Vegito so many times before. Sending the roll guard spinning and rolling in the air, struggling to regain himself until... With a full skid across the ground by his hand and both feet, Z would find himself in control once more. As when we finally zoom in on his face, in a surprising sight, the royal guard of Zeno now draws blood, leaking cleanly from his lip right where Vegito had punched him. And without a word more, Z would then wipe the blood off his thumb.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
then staring
Do
at
that
it
hoe.
as he sees a purple smudge on his cuticle. At first, he would be silent, taking in whether if this was reality or not. Before in deep thought, he would think, outstanding. A mortal has made me draw blood. Impressive indeed. But this just all the more confirms that this creature is slowly but surely evolving from mortal to demon. It is just as I and the priest had suspected. Vegito, you are now a true abomination that cannot be allowed to remain in this realm. But unlike with Lucifer, I will not make the same mistake of allowing you to grow any stronger.
Okay.
And with that said, the royal guard would then rise back up to full stature. But on his face, an uncharacteristic smirk would appear as he would say to Vegito, "But abomination or not, given there has only been 4 in history to have seen me bleed, 3 of which are the priest my brother and the 4th, I cannot help but be pleased with your performance.
The 4th? Oh, the 4th
you
strongest?
may entertain Zeno yet with this level of power, but that will be the final time you draw blood from the likes of me." Before the guard would then quickly get back into his signature angelic fighting stance, his body solid as rock and unmoving,
Looks
as
like
he
a
would
Pokemon.
yell, "Come, God Killer, show me the true power of the mortal that rolls dice with the devil." And in typical fashion back, a battle-lusted smile would then come to Vegito, but perhaps with words we would not expect, as he ominously then replies, "Sure, I can show you that, but perhaps, maybe first deal with those 3 first." Confusing Z as quickly he notices the sudden appearance of 3 mysterious figures around him, turning his head
Those 3
quickly,
first.
only to reveal, what? In a shocking, unexpected sight, 3 godly apparitions would
Oh,
appear.
he already got
But
them?
not just any gods, as the apparitions would be of Mule, Awamo, and Campari. The same 3 gods locked up in Z's energy barrier. And crucially, 3 gods that Vegito has not even absorbed yet.
What?
Huh?
Oh.
What? Leaving all 3 of the divine creatures in the barrier now to react in a mixture of shock, bewilderment, and pure terror as they see the unthinkable appear right before their eyes. What? What is going on here? That's me in there. And you, Awamo, Campari. How is that so? I thought that freak's power relied on taking our energies to form those, causing Mule, in particular, to scream out in panic. All the while, Z would remain far more stoic, as he lets out, "Yes, I too thought that. In all my observations of you, I have not seen you do something like this without a god's energy.
That's wild.
What is the meaning of this god killer?" And Vegito, as if enjoying
That is
every
wild. How the
moment
fuck
of
he
their
doing that?
confusion and panic, would then just fold his arms, relaxed, as if having just released his trump card, replying, "Don't be too confused. You may still be along the right line. Maybe that energy I'm using is in fact their energy. Maybe if you do anything to harm those apparitions, then whatever you do will link back to those 3 poor gods you tried oh so hard to
Why would you say
protect.
that?
Kill those, and you kill them too." What will you do now, God?
How the fuck he got them links?
Oh! When? And on hearing this revelation, both angels within the barrier will then look into their palms, trying to make sense of Vegito's claims. Neither were even touched by Vegito, yet somehow their energy has become linked to him. But how? But presumably, most affected by this dilemma is in fact Z, who would stare coldly at Vegito, emotionless and without a word until...
And they don't get 3 fucks.
Instantly, in one swoop and with almighty
Or
power,
was you bluffing?
Zeno's guard would rip his hands through the throats of each of the energy apparitions, destroying them instantly. Before then staring down at Vegito and saying, "I could care less, God Killer." What? No! Lord Z! Causing each of the 3 now death impending gods to scream out in disbelief and disarray as they now have seemingly lost their lives at the hand of the royal guard of all beings. Huh? That is until
they were bluffing.
moments pass and absolutely no changes happen in their health or appearance. As Mule would comment, Wait a second. Nothing happened. I'm still alive. My energy is here. Oh, whammo. Do you feel anything?" To which the bigger boned angel would respond,
The bigger bone
"No,
angel.
my lord. Perhaps Lord Z saved us somehow?" "He saved you, all right. He tried to kill you. You gods can't even treat your own kind correctly." Instantly causing Vegito to now burst out into a crazy laughter as his aura uncontrollably fluxes in tune when his signature black lightning begins to dance all around. Before, with a calmer smirk, he would finally begin explaining his bluff. Well done indeed, Z. For the eagle-eyed among you 4, you would have noticed I've been using the power of gods I never absorbed for a little while now. Beerus, Liquor, Rumshi. These are all destroys I murdered in cold blood before I ever made my visit to Gero. For at the level of power I have now, the sheer amount of divine energy I've collected from 3 of the 5 alone, why would I even bother with you ants? At this point, I can produce perfect copies of your pitiful energies at will, just from observation alone. In fact, I'd say my copies are even stronger than the original.
Oh, wow.
I told you, I couldn't care less. But not worrying in the slightest about Vegito's explanation, Z would immediately begin rushing in at the God Killer, not wishing any more for the strange bluffs and games. My, you're impatient today, aren't you? Very well, I will avenge those apparitions and slice off your neck in return.
Avenge them.
Let's try something different.
Let's
As
hear.
Vegito would then raise his clawed right hand up, and in a similar technique to what has been observed by Jiren, would suddenly coat it in a fiery purple aura, bursting with concentrated energy.
Bursting.
And with his arms cocked back, ready to attack, the God Killer would let out smirking cockily. You're pretty fast when you run like that, God. But do you have the control to dodge something even faster? Die! Immediately leading to Vegito, launching 3 scythe-like energy waves straight for Z. So fast, within mere moments, they appear to already have reached him, so fast the ground barely has time to react as they move. But even with their speed, Z would notice and do the unexpected.
What are you gonna do?
Pathetic! Instantly changing his eyes to ones which resemble Ultra Instinct. As suddenly, with pure elegance and unmatched technique, the Royal Guard would move right through, dodging each scythe perfectly.
Wow.
Leaving harmful images in his wake as he moves at light speed straight through and forward to the unsuspecting God Killer.
God killer.
Is that? Surprising Vegito only at the last second as he notices how easily the guard maneuvered through his attack before.
Punch your bitch ass.
With a
Ooh.
vicious left hook, Z slams his fist straight onto true Demon Vegito's chin. As Vegito reacts strongly with blood instantly spurting out, but his body and stance remaining more or less still stable. And the God Killer would notice this detail too, as he would comment looking back with a smirk, "Is it me, or have you gotten weaker, slave?" Let's be real, it's probably just me. And finally, in return, like a
Yeah,
primal
buddy.
beast, the God Killer would reply back with a hardened headbutt. His horns narrowly missing the gut of Z, but visibly damaging him as his entire face winces from pain. And as Z would move back, closing his eyes in agony, Vegito would just laugh goadingly. Oh, did I give you a tummy ache? It's a shame I missed with these horns. Would have been nice to add some color to that ugly grey wrap all over your body. A hint of purple bloodstains would have done just the trick.
Damn.
But Z, who would slowly be recovering himself now, grabbing at the region he was just hit at, would reply, "You talk far too much for doing so little. You are faster, yes. You're stronger too.
Yeah.
But you are still leagues below me."
Talk your shit then, Z.
Instantly getting his hands into a new fighting stance as if ready to grapple. While Vegito would reciprocate and tense his own muscles in his own stance, saying, "Leagues below, huh? Funny. I didn't even think you guards could speak. But now here you are, cracking the most hilarious of jokes. Just goes to show, you should really never judge someone too soon, should you, Z?"
Z.
With those words exchanged, both Z and true Demon Vegito would then rush towards each other, one deadly serious and the other enjoying every second of it. The two quickly then crash into one another in deadlock, one fist grabbed by Z as the guard's elbow is gripped tight by the God Killer. As Vegito would comment, "Seems my speed matches yours already, guard. Would be a shame if I was still holding back." But quickly Z would adapt unbothered by Vegito's bluff, slamming a roundhouse kick onto Vegito only for the God Killer to block perfectly. "Try this on!" And in response, making use of his new demon tail, Vegito would quickly spin around, slamming the bulky extremity right onto Z, who would block in time also. Launching a right punch straight after at the back-turned Vegito, only for the Saiyan to immediately vanish. "Peekaboo!
Peekaboo.
Didn't I tell you?"
Pickable.
Instantly reappearing to the side of Z mid-flight and a fist cocked back before... to keep your eyes on the prize! Yeah! But with perfect reactions,
Pickle.
Z would just narrowly dodge in front of the surprise Vegito. And you need to talk less. Countering finally,
Okay,
after
they're
the
going
dodge
at it.
with
Okay.
a swipe of his foot, breaking the deadlock and striking the God Killer right across the face. Ouch! But as Vegito would look down at the bruise on his cheek, he would still be smiling, commenting, "Good to see you're still somewhat a challenge, God. I actually felt that. Now that it's my turn, I'll make sure to do you one better." As suddenly Vegito would rush straight for Z, but with his head and horns tilted down like a raging bull. Surprising even the royal guard with the unorthodox attack before... Done! Looks like I just missed again. As Vegito would then swipe, but with his razor-sharp horns seemingly having just been evaded by the thinnest of margins. You!
Then
But
scratch
once
something.
we see the aftermath on the guard's face, it's clear that the God Killer had not entirely failed, as a sharp cut across the face of Z then slices open and bleeds down his angered face. How funny! Leading to Vegito with his back turned to continue giggling at the sight of Z. Stop laughing, heathen! Why do you not stop? Eventually angering the normally cool and collected guard as he questions his incessant laughter. But looking back with a callous smile, Vegito would reply, "Sorry, I just find it funny that you said I wouldn't make you draw blood again.
Oh.
That didn't age well, did it, Z?"
I ain't gonna lie, he on your ass,
Tell
Z.
me,
He on your
how
ass,
does
Z.
it feel to finally meet your equal? To meet a demon, as you love to call me, above a god. Equal. But on hearing this, Z would then suddenly calm himself down, focusing his glare and replying, "My equal. What a naive and foolish remark. You may have evolved from a mortal to a demon,
Right.
but you are still a low-level one at that. You are no demon emperor, and you are definitely no Lucifer." Before gently, Z would begin levitating straight into the air,
Will you piss him off?
reaching high up as a curious Vegito watches on from below. And instantly, with his eyes closed, high in the sky, the royal guard would then slam his hands together in unique fashion, as immediately a strange aura and pressure would then begin pouring out from his body in all directions. At first, quietly before... Seraphim form!
Oh shit.
Suddenly, in a sharp turn, Z would begin yelling in a deep, powerful voice, powering up his entire body as his eyes explode open with more emotion than ever
Seraphim
before.
form.
All
That
around
sounds
him,
weird.
the clouds themselves would part like the heavens were opening, as perfect blue lightning would crash down from above all across the planet. What is he doing? But observing
You know
all
what he
of this,
doing. You know what he
Vegito
doing.
would be left nothing short of confused, stumbling back in disbelief at the divine light show
turn
and
it up.
pressure coming suddenly from Z. But looking down like the god he is, the royal guard will call down, "Do not be afraid, demon. Not many of your kind have lived to see this sight. Your smiting will be quick and painless as your reward. For in this form, I channel the power of Akobed, first of the two strongest in angel history. As suddenly, Z would then unleash from his right side a
First of the
lone
two strongest
angel
in A.
wing, glistening in white and fine feathered in detail as his entire body
so he's an angel.
becomes surrounded
Makes
in a
sense.
thick angelic aura, while his eyes change even further to resemble that of the angels too. What? Shocking Vegito as he finally sees the final form of the Royal Guard, revealing that finally all along the two guards of Zeno were a higher class of angel, just like the Grand Priest, as the gobsmacked Godkiller would just mutter, This energy, this is what he was hiding? No! No! But as Vegito would yell out, with instantaneous speed that cannot even be kept up with, Z would suddenly appear next to Vegito, with his angel wings fluttered behind in front of the Godkiller, as the guard would say looking away,
Hey, Vegito, you know, it was a good
I
run.
told you, do not be afraid. Do not panic. All demons shall fall eventually to the order of angels. You are no different. Your smiting will be swift, Vegito. All demons maybe, but don't forget I'm a Saiyan too! As quickly, both warriors with their fists pulled back would then
Okay.
slam each of their fists directly onto one another for furious impact. Both grimacing as they put what seems like their all, as the sheer power alone creates an explosion of light and covers both of them. And in a huge cataclysm, the planet itself is nearly taken out as their energy creates a sphere of shockwave. And it seems Vegito may still be holding his own until... My arm!
And
In a
nigga,
gruesome and
fuck your
shocking
arm
scene,
up.
just the impact alone against Z's new form causes Vegito's
Damn.
entire arm to explode in the aftermath. But there's less than a second for Vegito to even react to the pain, since as soon as Z sees an opening, he jumps up and lands a brutal flying kick in combo. Shooting Vegito off into the distance, straight into a nearby mountain. But Z's attacks in this new Seraphim form do not end there. As quickly, with this one lone wing, he would suddenly launch out 4 glowing angel feathers. And just like that, all 4 would travel like shooting bullets straight at the unsuspecting Vegito, who is still dealing with the damage of the last attack. Eventually then slamming his back against the wall of the mountain, but not breaking through. And with one eye open, Vegito, once stabilized, for a brief moment, would look down at his injury, staring at his leaking arm and thinking, what happened?
That boy strong now.
My arm? But as he looks down, an even more shocking sight stares directly back in his face. What the hell are these? As suddenly, all over Vegito, in their incredible speed, all 4 feathers have already wrapped themselves around and attached themselves right
They're about to
onto the
explode.
God Killer. Wait, what? Before, without a moment's more to even digest the situation, they would immediately begin glowing a blinding white light.
Yep, that's
Shocking
what I
the
thought.
few Saiyan as his entire body is lost in its luster before. In an intense, energy-driven explosion, Vegito is completely taken off guard, potentially ending the God Killer as we know him. Wow! But in another dimension, still watching on, Zeno would jump up in glee and excitement, overjoyed with the spectacle as he yells, "Look at that! Those colors are so pretty!
Yeah.
I can't believe it! Z is even cooler than Goku!" And with that
course he
reaction,
is.
the Grand Priest also shares one similar, albeit far more smug as he thinks introspectively, "Yes, Z, this is how you show the might of the Angel Order. Seems you have finally decided to stop playing around. Luckily for you, Lord Zeno is entertained regardless. Now go forth and show that vile creature the power of my teachings."
Okay.
And back on the battlefield, the smoke would begin to bellow thickly from the site of Vegito's destruction. All the while, the winged Z would just watch on silently, not letting out as much as a hushed breath until finally saying definitively, "This battle is over. For whatever power you have, demon, the power of an angel above will always prevail. Darkness simply cannot exist in the presence of light."
Alright.
But even with that declaration of the battle being over, a dark silhouette begins to appear from the smoke. Could Vegito truly have survived unscathed? No, as once Vegito would emerge fully, his now completely wrecked and mangled body would be on display, missing multiple limbs and parts of his body as his blood pours all over. And in his stunned adrenaline-filled state, would look down at
That
his shell of
nigga
a
was
body
cooking
and
him.
let out, You have sealed your fate now! How dare you do this to me? This is my battle to win! Who even are you? This is my manga, you damn slave! You try your best to spin this on me, but it is you monsters that bring darkness to this entire multiverse! It is you who created me, and it is you who will now face the consequences!
What consequences?
As Vegito would instantly begin screaming demonically into the sky, as his skin and flesh would turn a familiar shade of pink and start bubbling up before...
I'm done with this! I wanted to save this for the final battle, but if I must use this now, then I will!
As suddenly, in a shock change of pace, we are then greeted by the sight of Goku Black within the mind of Vegito, confused as he senses a strange sensation. What? What the devil is going on here? I'm not doing this! As suddenly, just like with the Demon Emperor, a strange energy begins to stir within his body, and black lightning begins to show. As on the outside, now with a confident smirk, Vegito would inexplicably lift his right arm straight into the air, and holding his right hand in front, he would just say, smiling, "It's time. I introduced you to my little friends."
Okay.
Yeah!
The time
As
ring.
suddenly, 4 time rings would appear on his hand, having not been used in battle for such a long time.
I should-
Now, according to Vegito, about to do the unthinkable. As strangely, right back where Z is, a myriad of multiple time portals would open all around the Royal Guard, surrounding him at every turn.
Okay.
Leaving Z confused as he would wonder, what nonsense is this? Does he desire to play a game of whack-a-mole with me? Whatever hole he comes out of, I will smite without mercy. Before as he says this, the foot of a certain Saiyan does then begin to come out of a portal. What in the name
What
of
the
Zeno? As unbelievably in one of the most deadly sights of the series,
What the
out of
fuck?
the countless time portals, countless true
Oh, that nigga pulled a
demon
Goku Black.
Vegitos escape outwards, all laughing and giggling in typical fashion from timelines, each separated by milliseconds. You fool! This is not how the time rings are meant to be used! Die? Are you seeing this? And just as the Royal Guard would panic and call out to the priest, the Dai Shinkan would indeed react in total panic, just muttering, This cannot be! Where and how could a mortal learn to use a time ring like this? Only Gawasu and his students could possibly know. This disruption of time could cause a calamity! But back with Goku Black inside Vegito, holding his head eccentrically, the evil fallen Kai would laugh hysterically, impressed with Vegito as he looks down sadistically and comments, oh dear, seems like that filthy mortal has decided to make use of me. Huh. And here I thought he would have to beat this knowledge out of me. Oh well, I guess it is now truly over for these damn gods.
Okay.
As the cold laugh of Goku Black would then seamlessly transition into the crazed laugh of Vegito, as with his eyes wide open, with that same eccentric hand position mirroring Goku Black, Vegito would yell out finally, Now Z! Now it is finally over!
Oh, it's over. It's over?
But that was it for today's video, guys.
I can't wait to see the next one on this one. This is gonna be fire. It's gonna be a good fight, man. We're gonna see the twist and turn there is for the next one, man. I can't wait to see it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the reaction. Shout out to CallMeARJ. Check out the last chapter right here. Check out another story right here. And I'll catch y'all next time, man. Hope y'all are having a great holidays as well, man. Peace.